That did not have to be how that went. You could have you could have chose a different way. Dang, man. What's wrong with you? All right, we live, we live. CFP lives. We are live and direct. Okay, I need to get this over here.
We live on YouTube. Oh, I gotta go.
My son was like, I'm out. Okay.
I'm gonna send this again to people.
Check, check.
You know what? I don't care.
Yo, can this work? Check, check.
Someone gotta help me with that. I'm in Google. Yo, is it just me or do I look more Caucasian?
You
And this is Joe Budden sent down.
you you,
Stone Cold
you look a bit like a mess, if I'm being honest. You got the you got the chest hair like all in the camera. Your hair's all disheveled. Really,
That's the way the shirt is. That's my fault. That's like a sloppy. That's on me.
yeah.
Design the shirt.
Nah, that's on you. All right, so
Just came out the trenches, guys. Kamala getting nominated left and right. I couldn't wait to put on the shirt. I couldn't wait to put on a shirt.
all right, we are live. We are live. I have everything ready.
I gotta send that. I gotta check the link for the CFP live so I can send it out to everybody. But those who are joining on the live right now, we are live on YouTube. We are live on YouTube. You can go on YouTube, type in Camp Focus Podcast. Oh no, type in CFP Lives. You know, in retrospect, I probably live on CFP Lives. Click on that.
It's actually really hard to find us by looking up CFP lives.
But what do we do there? Like, I didn't foresee that.
Oh, I'm not blaming you. I'm just letting you know the problem. I don't know what to do.
I mean, I put the link in my story. I put the link in our bio on Camp Focus.
Oh, okay, that's good. Is the link on our other channel too?
The link is not clickable. Oh, that's different. And so like I went to go check the other day. Change my shirt. It's not clickable. Like the link to get to the Camp Focus podcast itself is clickable, but the CFP lives it's not clickable. So did you try to change it and see what happens? Did I try to change it? No, sorry. Not my bad. I'm sorry, I asked that. You seem like that was crazy. But did I? Me? No, that's it. Yeah, did I try? Yeah. I'm sorry, man. That seemed like a good idea. You know, I
Okay.
that's like Samaya when we got talking about Martin before.
All right.
Headphones.
All right. What up, world? What up, world?
Yo, why you didn't open your headphones? I'm like, yo, why you didn't have that phone when you was over there? I would have did it. I just never thought of it.
All right, what up, world? What up, world? We are live. We are live. CFP Lives, come join us. Um, can we put the link to this in our chat?
It won't. It doesn't work that way. Remember, they don't like if you put the link on the chat, it's not clickable. And I don't even think they get highlighted and copy and paste it in the YouTube chat. No, on the IG live chat. Okay, I'm done. I was like, wait, they're already there. They but for me, I'm just trying to figure out what's the best way to let everybody know that live. 6,000 subscribers, body step down. Like, yo, what? I just because the algorithm is things difficult. We have at least 15 people rocking with us tonight.
All right, we are live. We are live. What is up, world? Uh, Historic day, is it not? Historic day. Um, and I don't mean that lightly. It literally is a historic day. Like no joke, no joke at all. Um, we are living in crazy times. Um, these times where we are legitimately seeing months before an election. That's what's crazy. Months before, yo, whoever's here, let me know. Can you hear me all right? I've been having like a lot of audio issues lately, so let me know if you hear me all right. Um, but let me know if you hear me all right. And but yeah, crazy time we are living in. Oh nah, hold up. What's going on here? Nah, nah, nah. I'm using a different mic. Hello, check, check, check. Okay. Check, check. All right, let me know if you hear me now. I was on a different mic. StreamYard, man, I tell you, crazy. Um, nice. Bet, bet, bet. All right. So, um, oh man, that's not good. Nah, I'm speaking through this mic. Why I got this for? Are you serious? Hold up. It was on this. It was on the MacBook. You telling me this sounds better than this? I'll tell you, I quit right now. I'm switching back. Check, 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 check. Uh, it always does this. It always does this for some reason. I gotta raise the gain, and then you should be able to start hearing me better. Um, hopefully, but Mac mic. This is a MacBook Pro. This is the MacBook Pro. Mac mic, Mac mic. This is the Scarlet. This is the Scarlet. I bet. Well, I'm gonna switch it up once these guys get on. They usually help me to get to fix it. Um, nah, don't worry about recording it. Check, 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 check. Nah, don't worry about recording it. It's all right. Check, check. It's this every it's StreamYard. Every time I log in, I gotta raise the gain. It's insane. It's like I don't know if it's compressing my vocals or whatever, but yeah, man, I need a haircut. All right, so it is a historic day. It truly is. Um, I was worried that I wouldn't see this. I was worried that I wouldn't see this, that this wouldn't happen. There's a lot of concerns about this though. A lot of concerns. Um, it's just so much of this is left in limbo. And what is the next step? What is the next, the next plan? I'm so far, I'm seeing a lot of people um, endorse Kamala, Kamala. Um, and we're gonna be going over everything. We're gonna be going over all of these things. We're gonna be talking about Biden. We're gonna talking about Kamala. What are her chances against Trump? Because here's the thing: it's not just a W off the back. You know, we could tend to feel like this is just gonna be a W off the back, and that's it. It's a layup. It's not a layup. We got to remember that it's not a layup. Another thing I feel like we do got to remember also, even though I am confident that Kamala could bring a sense of revitalization, or something like that, however you want to call it, I think that she can bring that to the party. Um, uh, bu- 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 hold on. Okay, Jay, stay right there.
No. You can hear me?
Good, I'm hearing. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound great.
Oh, fantastic. All right, I was worried.
Let me tell you something.
What up?
Let me tell you something. I was watching you on the thing. I guess not tell you something. Let me ask you something. So, like, what happens the next time you sign in and you have to turn the gain all the way up and you all the way up already? What happens that time?
Yo, yeah. What happens then, right?
Yeah,
Dude, I
because
don't know.
it's like the
Cause
second week.
yo,
You
I'm
said
at
you
like three quarters. I'm at like three quarters of the way on the game, bro.
turn it down,
I,
turn it back to 1/4 tonight, so that way we don't find out.
so what? Like before we log off, turn it down to one.
Yeah, so that we don't find out.
uh, yeah, I'll try. Yeah.
Yo, so
Okay.
this might be my Kano is a little smizzed episode. I have been
Oh yeah.
celebrating. Yeah. Yeah, I've been celebrating. I think, I hope my computer lets me share because I want to show y'all that I really think we got this, bro. I think Trump is done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she just has to get Shapiro or she gets old boy from Wisconsin. But I
Who's
really
from Wisconsin? Oh.
you right? What happened there?
Oh, this is great. Okay, hold on. Okay, give me 1 second. Yeah, no, keep talking. Keep talking. Keep talking. I'm sorry.
Yeah, nah, I just I forget his name from Wisconsin. Is it is it Bashir? I think it is. Right? Bashir's from Kentucky. Oh, that's not a bad option too. How many electoral college votes does Kentucky have? You there? Good talk.
You hear me still? Can you hear me?
Did I freeze? Is that what happened?
Check, check.
No. What up, world? Who's in here?
You can't hear
It's
me?
me. I hear you now.
Am I freezing or something like that?
Nah, it could just be me because I'm looking up information too. And
Oh, okay. Check, check. All right, bet. Yeah, nah. This is crazy. I want to get into it. Where's Martin?
I don't know.
Like, let's do this. Should we get started? No, I don't want to get. No, that's
Yeah.
violation.
Yeah, that's crazy. Why would you even suggest that? Yeah, PA is my thing though, because PA got 19. PA got 19 electoral college votes. And the other one, like Arizona, got like 11. And Kentucky got like 8. I mean,
Oh, okay. I don't know nothing about I don't know nothing about the Wisconsin dude that you just mentioned.
Bobby
But
was telling me about the Wisconsin dude. I forgot his name, but
oh
I think
yeah,
Wisconsin's gonna be hard. Yeah, yo, Martin, your microphone is crazy right now.
did he have it? I don't think he had it.
He did. It was whatever the background noise was, that was the hissing sound. Um but I think Wisconsin's gonna be hard to win because they just had the RNC over there, you know. We need to
Mm,
win it though. We need to win it. We do need to win it. Forget what I just said because we need to win that state.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we do. All right, let's get this going. Um, let's throw up this banner. Marty Marr, where you at? Where you at? Yo, StreamYard has been having issues, man.
Whatever.
It says StreamYard has been having issues. It's like this joint, these issues be taking way too long. All right, but Martin, should we just go into the topic?
Nah, wait for Martin, dogs. He's right there. Wait for him.
Oh, okay.
Why you why you so impatient today?
I'm sorry. I'm just considering our viewers right now,
Well, you
sitting
can talk
there
about something else.
giving us their time. Well, tell us why you're so hopeful. Tell us why you're so hopeful.
Oh, well, I think she's gonna pick. I honestly think she'll pick Shapiro. Pennsylvania is that important. It's a swing state. It's attainable. It's the one where she has like the most gap between the blue wall.
Um,
I wanna
does this
get.
sound better?
Sounds
I
way
can't
better.
find my
Oh,
headphones.
It sounds way
wow, that
better.
sounds really good. What are you using right now?
Nothing.
Oh, is it just your phone?
Yeah.
Oh, that's incredible. Bet. All right, let's get into this.
I want
Ladies
to
and
know if I could.
gentlemen,
I want to know if I could share this with you guys.
you want to try it? Well, I'm going to introduce us first. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Can't Focus podcast where we focus on everything and nothing at the same time. I go by the name of Alive, and you can find me at Alive Raps.
What up? What up? What up? It's your boy Kano Music at Kano Music. I don't got nothing crazy to say except that y'all gonna have the first woman president.
That
And
is
what
great.
it is, what it do, what it be like, what's good, what's hood is your boy Martin Hopeful. You can find me at Martin Hopeful.
Yes, indeed. And today is a historic day, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be getting into everything concerning this. What a crazy Sunday. I felt like the the things that were dropping on IG was like it took me back to the Drake and Kendrick beef. They're like, oh snap, you got this endorsement. Like, oh, she
Oh
said
yeah, it
this.
was like
Like,
we dropped the 6
yeah,
a.m. in LA joint. Is that what it was? 6 a.m. in
yeah,
LA? I don't remember. Yeah, I've been
yeah.
celebrating. I'm a little smizzed. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He's like,
It ain't gonna stop. It ain't gonna stop.
this dude's like,
So
the
you
country's rescue. I mean, you
bad.
might be celebrating a little prematurely. You don't think so?
Maybe. I could be. Can you see the map though?
Yes.
Okay. So I want y'all to I want you to see this with me, right? So you see these states right here? For the most part, the red states, they're gone. So like Alaska, Texas and Florida, I think they're gone. I think Texas and Florida are gone. I think Ohio is gone. Definitely the Arkansas, the Mississippi's, the Alabamas right here, Louisiana, Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, they gone. Right?
Mm.
These are gone. I don't know why they have Virginia here in blue. I think that is actually still a swing state. So let's make it one real quick. So we're gonna make Virginia a swing state.
Oh, you could do that?
So yeah, so we're doing some interactive map work here, right?
Wow.
And then you obviously have the blues that are gonna go blue. I think Colorado and New Mexico do go blue. I don't want to change that. I think Minnesota goes blue. I don't want to change that. Illinois goes blue. Obviously, New York, New Jersey, Maryland, Massachusetts, they're all gonna go blue, right? And California, Oregon, and Washington. I think this is all good. Here's our swing states. On the west, we got Arizona and Nevada. I'm gonna be real with you. I think those are gonna go Republican. So I think it's gonna be a tight race. I think Donald is gonna get 268. Now you need 270 to win. I think you get 268. I think we could get Virginia.
Yo, his computer couldn't take it. While we wait for Kano to come back to give us his synopsis, because clearly he's been doing a lot more work on this than I have. I'm gonna jump into this real quick. In case you've been living under a rock somehow, some way. This statement was released by Joe Biden. I guess we don't have to read the entire thing, right?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. So this is essentially Joe Biden is addressing the country in this letter while he's still recovering from COVID, and he says basically right here is probably the biggest part of this statement. It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president. And while it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and to focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term. I will speak to the nation later this week in more detail about my decision. So, and then he expresses gratitude for his VP and America and the hope that he has for the future of America and all that stuff. And signs the bottom. This is huge. I don't know if have we ever had a situation like this where we had like a nominee like this, like just back out like last minute?
No, Obama recently put out a statement that we're in uncharted territory. Also, at what point did I cut out?
The swing states. You think they're actually red?
We could do that later. I'm gonna send the link in the private chat. If you could share that, Joe, because I can't share anything apparently. That happened
Yeah,
last
yeah,
time
yeah.
too with me and Martin when I tried to share a video and it just turned off.
Yeah, can you what chat did you send it?
The private chat here on StreamYard.
Copy, okay.
We'll do that after this though, because we're already here. So
All right. Yeah, 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 sounds good. Okay, so yeah, so this is what is going on right now. This is like yeah, like Obama said, we're in uncharted territory. This has never been seen, never had. What is y'all reaction?
well,
Um
before we get into reactions, right?
right.
I think Friday was it? Or Thursday? Thursday or Friday? His his campaign was saying that he wasn't out, right? Like I feel like they were doing interviews. His campaign manager. Am I bugging? I'm not bugging, right?
His can't what do you mean by wasn't out?
He had a campaign
Oh, oh,
manager do an interview.
yes. Yes, that he's still in the race. Yeah, yeah. They had all that still going. Friday there was reports that he was still talking to groups of Democrats and he
But
was still on phones with them and stuff.
I say that to say there were also reports that he was gonna leave on Sunday.
Yes. Yeah.
So it looks like a lot of our insider reporting maybe have been accurate. And I only want to say that to say I want to say before we get to any conversations that there has been internal chatter that Biden did not want to drop out, not because he was Irish and prideful, but because people wanted to step over Kamala. And he did not want to leave the race without knowing that the whole Democratic Party was going to throw their weight behind Kamala Harris.
Really?
Yeah, and if that's true, shout out to Joe Biden.
Yo, that he's
Honestly, I'm sorry.
much
for everything I've
respect
said,
then.
and it looks like that's the case because look, Nancy Pelosi still hasn't said anything, except that there's been leaks from inside her camp that they want to open
Yeah.
convention.
Yeah, they want to it seems like she wants an open primary.
Yeah, Obama's been vague. He said whoever the nominee is, right?
Yeah.
But not the Clintons, not Joe Biden, not Elizabeth Warren,
Yeah.
not the senators out of Virginia. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A few people have already endorsed Kamala Harris, and I'm actually I believe it. And if you have that video that you shared in the group chat that we have of Roland Martin, I would like to play that at some point today.
Yeah, I have it. I have it
believe
set up.
I believe it. And I just want to say that if that is the case, this letter right here is sad, and I'm sorry to see him go, but his perception it just wasn't.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to win.
He couldn't recover.
But hold on, to make sure that your VP is the nominee. Hats off, bro. For real. Honestly,
Yeah.
hats off to you. That's
Yo,
loyal.
where did you get that from? Because I would love to look into that. I didn't hear that at all.
I heard about it earlier this week.
Wow.
I didn't know if I believed it or not. You know, I just honestly thought he was just being prideful and whatever. But I did, you know, I've been keeping up with this. Early this week, Joe Manchin, right? Independent former Democrat, but independent Senator Joe Manchin, he was like, yeah, we want to open primary. Open primary would be the best. Open primary is what they've been saying, right? They just want to this behind the closed doors, quick open primary. That's changing now. After Biden stepped down, more people are like, no, we want Kamala. She could get the money. She has the name recognition. And we'll get into this later, but I sincerely believe she's the right person for the job. What I want to talk about in this moment, though, is my initial reaction to Joe Biden stepping down is if the only reason it took this long, because I was critical of him.
Yeah, same.
But taking long. If the reason you took this long is because you wanted to ensure that you could do and negotiate everything in your power so that Kamala Harris could be next up, then I salute you and shame on the Democratic Party for trying to step over her.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's been reportings, and this is why I kind of believe it. There's been reportings. As of today, things could change, but as of today, there's been reportings that Gretchen, that Gavin, that all the people that you think would have stepped over her are deciding to fall back.
And they're just gonna endorse her.
They haven't endorsed her yet.
Right.
They haven't publicly said anything. It's just the inside of their camps saying that.
Mm.
And I just gotta, again, I want to reiterate, kudos to Joe Biden. That's loyalty, that's gangster. Whether you like Kamala or not, riding with the home team is, for me personally, riding with the people that you came into the game with is always going to be respectable.
Yeah.
Even on the bow wow.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And it also shows, because I feel like in the beginning of his campaign when he was running for president, first time around, he in the debate or like a speech or something like that, he said that he changed. Like he said he admits that what he did in the past towards black people were not a good thing, and Obama, running the country with Obama helped them see a different perspective on race and different things like that. Like I remember him saying different things like that or alluding to those things in his campaign. And I always didn't believe that either. But if what Cano has like the stuff that he's been looking at has been true, I'm very encouraged by that. And it shows that he really is, that people can change and people can make a 180. You know what I mean?
To piggyback off Martin, I don't know if we're going to cover it today, but Van Jones today, he had a little segment on CNN where he was very emotional. He compared this moment to having to take the keys away from your grandparents. And what I learned in this segment is something I didn't know. I know Van Jones from the Obama administration, but maybe I didn't know enough, but I found out today, and he said it, I wasn't hired by Obama. I was hired by Joe Biden. Joe Biden brought me on. Joe Biden was the person that brought me into the administration. So Van Jones feels in debt. He feels as if he wouldn't be where he is today if it wasn't for Joe Biden. So to piggyback off Martin, maybe he has learned, maybe he has changed even as far back as when he was VP. And it makes so much sense now why Van Jones is riding for him. I didn't know that information before, and I was a little frustrated with Biden and with Van Jones. But now knowing that, it makes all the sense of the world. And if that's
actually, I'm not. Honestly, I feel like a lot of things have come out about what Joe Biden has done. Like a lot, like certain, like even Bernie when he stepped down, he said, "I respect Joe Biden when he was on the line with the workers as well. Like he cares about the jobs for the middle America that you was talking about, Joe. Like they were on strike and he was walking with them, and I didn't even know he was walking with them. And I feel like that speaks to things that Obama did. Like when they had the school shooting, how Obama came to the school and shook hands and took care and like try to comfort the people that was going through the loss. Like I feel like Joe Biden learned a lot, and I feel like maybe that's why he felt so prideful. Like I need to run this country because I don't think Trump has that
it's
kind
tough,
of empathy.
It's tough to be that person and be able to do these things in your career, and then like age just catch up to you so quick because it happens like that, right? Like one day you're good, and then like in a year, especially in the late 70s, 80s, your cognitive ability could deteriorate in a year or in two exponentially. I feel like if we had a younger Biden, this wouldn't have
Jimmy,
happened.
what up?
This wouldn't have happened. This wouldn't have been a situation. Unfortunately, we saw too many bloopers, too many gaffes.
Yeah, it's too much. Like there's some people that are saying right now where what'd you say? Oh, what'd he say?
No,
let's continue.
I hate being left out. All right. Nah, it's like there's a lot of dang, I lost it. All right. My initial reaction to this was, wow, I can't believe that that leak we heard was actually right, that it is happening on Sunday. I also did not, I think because all of these things happen one after the other. We're about to get into it. So you know what? I'll save that my because I feel like my reaction to this is simultaneous to my reaction to the endorsements, but we'll get into that in a second. But yeah, I gotta imagine that Biden stepping down, it's gotta be like he's gotta be crying tonight. In all seriousness, in all honesty. You know what I mean? The thing that he was trying to get to, he finally got to it at this age. And I don't want to sweep under the rug the amount of things that I feel like him and his administration does have to be held accountable for.
What do they
You
have to be
know,
held accountable for? I'm sorry, I know
I
this is part of the segment, but what
no,
do they? I feel like once this is over and once history is looking back at this and we realize that the Trump circus
Israel.
was in town, that is okay. That is fair.
yeah,
That is fair.
Israel is
But
a
but to
huge
be but
thing.
to be fair,
Israel is the main thing that comes
but
to my
to be
mind.
fair, that is a nonpartisan issue. Whether you had a Republican or a Democrat in that office, they still would have been pro-Zionist. Just
I
because of the strategic
yeah,
nature of the U.S.'s and Israel's relationship.
no, I agree to that. I
But
just think that
I will say the rest of it though. I think when we look back on it, historically, you'll see that the Trump circus was in town. And while Biden's administration wasn't perfect, it wasn't the best administration of all time. It was good. It was
no,
good.
it
It
was.
was effective, and it was a post-pandemic recovery administration.
Yeah,
They
and
did
that
their best.
in my other video, that's the thing I said. I do agree that I think that Biden's administration was beneficial. It was helpful. It
And they're
pushed us
not
in the right
perfect. They're not
direction.
perfect. We have
No,
issues in this
not.
country. First of all, we're split down the middle between parties. And then when you get past that, we're split through so many other demographics. To please everybody 100% is just going to be impossible.
Yeah, no, it is. I look, I just between the Israel thing, I think that Biden could have done better because we literally witnessed a genocide. That's my personal opinion on that. Two, I do think that his administration was covering up the fact that his health was deteriorating, and I don't know what would have been the better option there, but
It
there's
is
no
not.
way that it's yeah, like that was a real thing, you know. But I think overall,
And if
you
we end
know,
up losing the election, the Democrats, that will be probably the biggest factor is that they try to
yeah,
hide for so long.
that and blocking an open primary. Those are two of the biggest mistakes that you made.
Hey, why
Like
do they keep saying then, if he blocked the open primary, why do people keep saying that he was voted by the people in the primary?
I think they're talking about the last time when I've heard that too. I think they're talking about 2020, and I don't even think it was him that blocked it. I think it was just the party in general. We're just gonna keep going with the incumbent. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but yeah, I think this is incredible. This is history, y'all. We are literally living through history. And another historic thing about this is the fact that um you have hold on.
Someone else just endorsed Kamala Harris.
Oh, snap.
Alexandra. What? Her name is Alexander? No, it's not.
AOC. Yeah, Alexander Ocasio. Alexander?
That's what Spiritual Word said, but I'm pretty sure she's Alexandra, right?
Alexandria?
AOC.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure now.
Yeah, I think Spiritual World got it wrong. I didn't make it up. You guys can see it right here. They put Alexander. You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
but
I could have sworn it was
it's Alexandria.
Alexandria.
I really think it's Alexandria. I think they got it wrong. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez endorses Kamala Harris just 10 minutes ago. Yeah,
Mm,
she's gonna be the nominee, guys. I think. Let's look at this. Wait. Before you get here.
yeah.
So we all agree that we wanted, the three of us, we wanted Biden to step out this race.
Yeah.
I could definitely speak for myself that I don't know what that really meant, and I just didn't say anything. Um, so I don't know, but
Okay,
I
can I
will
ask you a
say,
question then?
but I will say that my reaction to him dropping out, I'm not surprised. In the last video, I said he had COVID, and also he looked like, I mean, and it was funny. But I was like, if a Cole did that to him in a debate, just imagine what COVID's doing. COVID is kicking his butt right now. So, um, that's a fact to me. What really, what really like made me like was like, wow, this is wild. Was the fact that people were endorsing Kamala Harris, and I was talking to Ian. Shout out to Ian, about what was going on, and both me and him agree. Like, this is a black woman. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we managed to get a black guy in office, a black woman. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of wild to me. That will that really happen?
Wait,
Can
before
that
we get
really
to the
happen?
endorsements, can you pull up Charleston White just because of what Martin just said, please?
You want to switch to that
Um,
right now?
Yeah, and then we'll go to the endorsements after
All
that.
right.
Because Martin brings up a good point. Martin brings
I
up a good
don't
point when we
I
talk
don't
about.
want to ignore what Melissa's saying here. Melissa, I still owe you going through those things that you sent. I do apologize. I'm gonna get to that this week.
Can I?
Um and I'll be honest with you though, Melissa, I did look up the definition. I feel like that's what I saw. Again, though, I could be very wrong. Um yeah, and I'll admit that I can be very wrong about this. But the things that I was really looking deep into this, and I feel I do feel very strongly about this, and I mean no disrespect to you or anyone from Israel. It's just I just feel very strongly that that's what I saw, and I feel like our nation, our president, could have done more to move the needle with Bibi
And
personally.
now we're back on YouTube's S list.
YouTube heard us talking and they're like, "That's it."
I do want to say this to Melissa, and this is no disrespect. Um, honestly, I understand that. I look at this from a lens of like it just got on my radar like a year or two ago, and but it does feel like the international community is calling it a genocide. Like outside of Israel's main allies, like some key European states and the United States of America, a lot of international communities are denouncing what Israel has done in
Yeah,
not only in Gaza but also in the West Bank where there is no Hamas. So
yeah.
you know,
We were actually like the only ones that didn't, and it wasn't even an endorsement. It was just like oh, not gonna. I choose not to say anything type of thing.
but we could have this discussion some other time. Right now though, the world is
Yeah.
on one topic. My
Yes.
whole Twitter is just one trending topic, one big trending topic. And
Yep.
and to Martin's point that he had his conversation with Ian, we're gonna talk about Charleston White and his whatever you call this. I
This
want
is
to
just
introduce Charleston White. He is a person that we cover regularly because in the what is it? Is it the crap talking community? He is up
yeah.
there. He's up there, right? He's up there with like the greatest of just going viral and saying whatever's on your mind. It's him, it's Orlando Brown. Uh who else is up here? Yeah, I don't know. But watch this. It's incredible how he manages to
Yeah.
get all your emotions riled up in one video.
Martin, have you seen this yet?
No, and I think he's just I don't watch him. I don't watch him.
You think he's before you play this? You think he's a vile person?
I, just play it, man, because I feel like the things I would say will probably get me killed because I know he real like he a real gangster dude.
He ain't
So
real. I hope he gets shot in the head.
Wow.
okay.
After
All
this,
right,
this how I
Mark.
really feel. Honestly,
Yeah, no,
after this, this how I felt.
and to be honest, I don't blame you, but here it goes.
Man, they got me fucked up. I wouldn't dare vote for no black bitch. Man, listen, I was raised by black women. I got a grandmother, I got black sisters, but I wouldn't dare put no black woman in no motherfucking position of the White House. The commander in chief of the military, a black woman. Not only that, a mixed black bitch married to a white man. Her pH balance is way off with that white dick. Man, you can't make me believe. Hell no. Man, Kamala Harris got a white boy. Her pH balance is off, and her mental stability got to be off. A hoe would have thrown off pH balance unless she's sneaking and fucking a nigga. Now, if she's sneaking and fucking a nigga, then we might can let her be vice president. But there's no way. America. I'd rather for black people to go back to slavery than let a black woman run this goddamn country. Don't do it. Jay, listen, man, I'm against anything with a black woman running shit. Motherfucker, bitch, you get your ass back in that bedroom and in the kitchen. But the White House, America, we can't do this here now. Hell no. Hell no. I'd rather have another motherfucking civil war before we let a bitch run this motherfucker. Got me fucked up. Go back and get Barack, if anything. Find another mixed baby. But don't put no bitch in there. Man.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
you may be asking yourself, why did I link this to your conversation with you and Ian? And I don't think that you and Ian had this conversation that Charleston White had. But what I do think is we have to be very careful when we say is a black lady electable, because this crap is going to come out that Trump administration propaganda room. This is going to come, this right here in different packages and different presentations is what they're going to shoot at her. This thing right here, this is the first version. He offered it up without any Trump meeting. He did it by himself because he's really a F dude. You know what I mean? He a F boy for real.
Mhm.
He's really that. He's
Yeah.
he's the worst type of human. You know what I mean? But this version, I just want to be. I don't want to discount the fact that it's going to be hard to get a black woman in office. I do think so.
Yeah.
But I don't want us to get lost in it and start believing narratives that this guy and the Trump administration is going to throw at us in different packages from different people.
But yeah. But I also want to say I think that he's wrong on all levels. Like that's not why. Like you said, like that was not the crux of our conversation. I think what was the catalyst of that situation is that there's lack of respect for black men. Where there's lack of respect for black men, there's even more less of respect, a Charleston White kind of respect towards black women. And it's not just with and I'm gonna say this to my fellow black men. It's not just the white people. It is black men too that has Charleston White's mindset and headspace. That's why it's going to be different. And there's people in office that even Democrats that's going to look at this and say that this can't be our president. This will not be our president. I just foresee that happening, which is why I was so surprised that there's so many endorsements, which encouraged it was a good surprise because it encouraged me to see the light in that. And it's like, okay, there is some love behind that. But at the same time, there's also statuses of other black women saying prepare for what's to come. Because it's not just going to be Kamala that's going to get hit with with precision shots of you're not good enough, you can't be president, is going to be other black women that's going to get hit with that too, because there's going to be black women that's going to be backing this woman. They're going to go to bat for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's going to be black women that's going to go to. I already see statuses on Instagram or posted on Black Twitter that's posted on Instagram that's talking about how much they want Kamala to be up there.
On Twitter, I did see somebody say, "Please don't make this a Democrats versus black woman thing."
And it's gonna, and that's what the war is going to be. It's just everybody against the black woman, and we're gonna see it.
Interestingly enough,
we're gonna see it.
Save democracy every single time. Like the way black women show up to vote, man.
Yeah,
we kind of owe black women a lot in this country.
Martin, you got an answer for what Melissa says here?
What?
Why you ask him like?
The only black man up in this joint.
I mean, I'm not going to answer this.
Let me say something.
You want to answer? I can't answer.
Before Morton say something, I don't know how you feel about this, Morton, but it get me tight, me personally. When I see people say, like, and you could talk for yourself, and you can say whatever you want after this. But when, especially in the comments, when people talk about the videos we make and whatever they say, I really do not enjoy, or I don't like when people act as if Martin has to be just because you see two non-blacks and then a black person, it don't mean that Martin got to be the black voice every single time. Like, he is black, and his voice is going to come through a lens of a person who has lived life as a black person. But me personally, whatever I am, I'm half Latino, half Caribbean. I'm not going to speak for every mixed Caribbean Latino person. Like, it's just it's not possible. Because my life ain't going to be like every other mixed Latino Caribbean person. And that's the way I feel about Martin. And that's the way I feel about Alive. Like, if we're talking about a Puerto Rican issue, Alive can't speak for every Puerto Rican. He can't even speak for every New Yorican.
I can't even speak the language.
Because that's Alive's opinion. That's Martin's opinion. That's my opinion. Like, when we talk from our perspective. Stop trying to put us in this box.
Pause, Kano. Melissa, I don't think he's getting at you, Melissa. He's getting at what Alive was saying. Like, hey, Kyle, you wanna talk about that thing that Melissa asked? And then
he's getting at me.
Like, what's getting me tight when people do that.
He was getting me tight.
I wasn't mad. I'm not mad at Alive.
I know.
I'm mad more at the commenters in the video.
But he's right. There's comments and videos where people expect me to be the voice.
Like he's a model. And to be clear,
where there was like, oh, the brother's not invited to the cookout. First of all, you don't get to determine my first blackness.
Yeah,
like, you don't get to do that. That's not something that's within your authority. Because Martin is black, whether you feel that way or not, wherever he goes, he's gonna present black. You know what I'm saying? And his opinion is his opinion, and is validated to be his opinion. I think it was because you didn't support Biden. I think that's why they didn't want you to cook out.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, where did that even come from, man?
Yeah, it's insane. And just to be clear, the only reason I brought that up is because of this particular situation and what she is asking specifically. So I did, and I didn't ask that, hey, Martin, answer this. It was more so, do you have any perspective on this? Basically, that's what I meant.
But yeah, to answer the question, can I ask why that headspace exists for a black man? I personally think, because I don't have that kind of headspace. I come from a headspace that black women can do anything. My mother is an amazing woman, and she has done everything for me. She has done everything and anything for me to succeed, and I think she has done an amazing job. I'm living on my own. I'm married. I'm here. I got about the hood. Like whatever that means. Different things like that. So I don't really. I honestly, I owe a lot of that, if not everything, to my mom. You know what I'm saying? But I do know that men who have this mindset um, come from. It just comes from a different kind of culture, a different kind of household, um, and I don't want to. I don't want to single out all like all black men in that way, and I don't want to go any deeper than I have to. But there's just a different kind of headspace for men that's like Charleston White. Um, just read up on Charleston White, and you'll know the kind of headspace that's there. Read up on people. What's the guy that passed away? What's his name?
Kevin Samuels.
Thank you. Him. Read up on him. You'll see that there's a trend
Can I offer an
between
answer
these
as well?
guys.
I
So
know,
with that being
Joey
said,
asked you, but can I?
um, and where's the support for Black women to hold power? The support is going to be in Black women on Black women, and Black men that support Black women, actually support Black women. So like people like me, like the fact that I know that Kamala's is up here doing a thing. I may want to go out and vote and encourage other people to vote too. Um, you know what I mean? Like I really want to hear policies. I really want to hear different things. But of course, the fact that she's a Black woman is the reason why I want to hear her in the first place. So yeah, I think there are gonna be people that's gonna support her, especially strong supporters like the Obamas. I'm sure they're gonna hold her down. I'm sure that the most powerful man in the country right now, Biden, is holding her down right now. So it's going to take a whole bunch. It's going to take a whole bunch, but there is obstacles, and those obstacles came from white supremacy. So that's all I really have to say.
I
don't
want
want
to
to go
add.
further than that.
I want to add a layer to that. I don't disagree with you. I just want to add a layer to your answer, if I could. Now, this isn't my original thought, and I can't attribute it to anyone because it's just something that I've learned in my life, going through life. And this isn't exclusive to the Black community, but in this situation is applicable to the Black community. What happens is you have a black America that has existed or has coexisted with a white America, right? And what often happens when you have these different cultures together is we begin to mirror each other, right? And that sexism, that machismo, it is European in its essence. It is from white America is where you get it from. We've never had a woman president. We've never had a Black woman president. We've never had a woman president, period. Like it's never happened. Women couldn't vote until 1920. Not Black women couldn't vote. White women couldn't vote until 1920. They needed a whole feminism movement to be able to get into the workforce. So if you look at it and you go, where does Charleston White go off to be this vile towards women? When you add Black women to it, I could understand why you're a little surprised, because you're like, why wouldn't there be a solidarity between people who share an oppression? But when you realize that he's just mirroring white America and the oppressors, it makes more sense, because that behind closed doors, that is how white men feel about white women. That is what white men did to Hillary Clinton in 2016. Because feel how you feel about Hillary Clinton.
Yo, they were ripping her apart, bro. I remember that. That was something I remember, distinctly remember.
Feel how you feel about Hillary Clinton. She was a way better candidate than Trump. And
they ripped her apart.
They would chant lock her up, You know what I mean? It would they made these disgusting conspiracy theories about her. They
Yeah.
called her lesbian. Yeah, I mean it was a bunch of things that was happening here.
And let's not forget about what they did to Michelle Obama, the
Mm,
first lady. Like, do y'all remember? They
mhm.
called this woman a man. They called Obama. They called Obama gay, and they called Michelle Obama a whole man. That she was a transsexual, and also, or at the very least, she's a lesbian having a secret affair. All of these things, bro. Getting at the girls and how their dresses were. I remember that too.
I am happy though that they were able to protect the girls because I feel like the girls didn't really catch a lot of that. I think uh, Michelle took a lot of that and just kept it to herself. It never
Yeah,
really got
she definitely. I feel
And
like that's
she
part of the reason
became
why she didn't like being first lady.
she
and she,
gets politics.
she also
Didn't make
became
her happy.
the swaggiest first lady we have ever seen.
I just want to reiterate
Um,
one more time. I shared this content. I asked for this content to be shared, not because I just wanted to give Charleston White a voice, but I just want us to beware because right here, uh, right, Natasha says, is her name
three,
Natasha?
we probably shouldn't give them in any airtime at all.
Yeah, yeah. I think we got to be just cognizant of the fact that he's not going to be the only one to attack her in this way.
And it's going
Yeah,
to be, and that's why I hate black conservatives. Anyway,
Candace, Candace, Candace
they
already
going
started.
they gonna talk
Candace,
about her.
Martin, Candace already started. She's saying Kamala slept her way to the top.
Oh my gosh, I
It's already
saw it. I
started.
saw
It's
it.
already
And I'm
started.
telling y'all, bro, if
slept her
there's
way to the
nothing else,
top.
it's them black conservatives, bro.
Uh,
Dog,
The ones that are,
I
and let me not say all black conservatives, because there's some black conservatives that honestly they do care about black issues, and they believe that being a conservative can help with black issues. I've seen debates where there's people that's like, yo, in order for us to stop this, we need to work within ourselves to stop it. And then you say more rhetoric, pick ourselves up by the bootstraps rhetoric, or whatever the case may be. But they feel like that's the other way to handle it, which I can respect. I don't agree with it wholeheartedly, but I can respect it. But at the same time, you're gonna have your Brandon Tatums. You're gonna have I forgot there's a Mayor Odom, I think his name is. He's like a gay black conservative. There's gonna be people like Candace Owens. There's gonna be the guy that's the NRA dude. I forgot his name. He's all about guns or whatever. They're going to rip her to shreds, and it's like, bro, like what? Like you get mad at us like, oh, we tearing each other down. Why do y'all do that? Like let's keep it a beat. Why do y'all do that? Because y'all be wilding out. Y'all be saying stuff about like they're gonna talk about, oh, look at her and look at her having her straight hair. That's European style. Like I remember them saying stuff like just getting at her hair alone is enough for them to be like, oh, look, she's trying to be white and this, that, and the third. And it blows my mind that they feel this way, bro. It blows my mind that they feel this way.
all I want to say to this, just to give my reaction real quick, is this dude is gross to me. Like this was disgusting to watch. For you to make statements that you saying that you rather you rather black people be back in slavery. You rather a civil war than have Kamala as your president. Like solely because she's a black woman. We're giving no extra context to that. Like yet giving showing love to your grandmother or your mother, or you're raised by women, all this stuff. But in your perspective, they can't go past that. That's their place. They need to stay in their place and get in the kitchen and in the bedroom and stuff like that. Bro, you are disgusting. You are ignorant. And I've the type of like how venomous you are for your own people is crazy. It's on another level. Cause you're willing to send everyone back to slavery just so you don't have her. Are you crazy? So yeah, he's disgusting. I do agree. Don't give him no more time, but you're absolutely right. This is in a much nicer way. He gave us the rhetoric that we're gonna see in the rawest of forms. So you're absolutely right.
We should
What was
revisit him one day though, because he did that without a Trump meeting. That was nasty. He did
no?
that on his own.
That's disgusting.
I'm not
Absolutely
surprised.
disgusting. All right, but let's get into these endorsements. So
These are people who matter. These are
yeah,
real politicians.
so these endorsements came shortly after it really was like the Drake and Kendrick thing. You had Joe Biden out here like, yo, I'm dropping out. And then Bill and Hillary as well as Joe back to back, yo, we support Kamala. And then you got Kamala's response. Like it's just crazy. But yeah, so Bill and Hillary Clinton officially endorse Kamala Harris, and these you like say what you want. These names are still big in the Democratic Party. They are. This is a statement, and we join like we'll just focus here. We join the millions of Americans in thanking President Biden for all he's accomplished, standing up for America time and time again with his North Star always been what's best for the country. We are honored to join the president in endorsing Vice President Harris, and we'll do whatever we can to support her. So yeah, you got both of them making that statement, as well as Joe Biden. Now he didn't make this endorsement in the first letter where he was stepping down. He kept these as two separate things. And he dropped this on Twitter. My fellow Democrats, I have decided not to accept the nomination and to focus all my energies on my duties as president for the remainder of my term. My very first decision as the party nominee in 2020 was to pick Kamala Harris as my vice president. And it's been the best decision I've made. Today, I want to offer my full support and endorsement for Kamala to be the nominee of our party this year. Democrats, it's time to come together and beat Trump. Let's do this.
Also, the one of the senators from Wisconsin, I think her Tammy Baldwin from Wisconsin, which is again is part of the blue wall that we'll get into later. Hopefully, if you can share it, if it works.
It does.
Yeah, Tammy Baldwin from Wisconsin has endorsed Kamala Harris, and then both senators from Virginia. I think one of them was the VP for Hillary, and Elizabeth Warren, who was a presidential candidate. I think that ran against her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was last election.
Yeah, also endorsed. I mean, these are big. These are important people.
Yeah. And it's Sunday. You
Like I said,
come
Virginia's
tomorrow, you're gonna have more.
is super important for them. So for both senators to endorse, I think you're gonna have a hard time finding anyone to step up to Kamala. To be honest,
Yeah. It's
Tim Kaine.
true.
Tim Kaine is his name.
Oh,
who's
Tim
VP with,
Kaine. Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah.
Wow. But yeah,
That's the core thing that surprised me is how quickly these endorsements came for Kamala. And yes, I was surprised because I just felt like, man, like can this happen for a Black woman in 2024, especially in the height of this sensitive situation. And I'm really encouraged by the fact that Kamala is getting these endorsements. It gives me a little bit of hope. And of course, what adding to what Kano said, I'm actually super encouraged by hearing that, like Joe Biden hopefully behind the scenes was like, you know what, I'm holding on to make sure that people will be down to rock with Kamala. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's dope. Here is that thing that you were talking about, Jay.
Which one is this? This Roldan Martin?
Nah, this.
Oh, okay. Do this with me, guys, real quick. So, so you see, most of these states, I, I see that Virginia is blue. Let's go with that. I don't want to take that for granted, though. I think we should still do work there, but let's go with that. So on the West Coast, we have Nevada and we have Arizona. If you could do me a favor, Joe, click those red. I think those are gonna go red. So now we
Redder?
have that's fine.
All right.
It's good enough. We have 268 for Trump. We absolutely need to win what is known now as the blue wall. That's right there, or the first on the center, which is Wisconsin. You know where they had the RNC, I believe, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, right? That's where Milwaukee is. That's going to be a little tough,
That's
but
here?
it's doable. That's the first one, Wisconsin.
Okay.
The next one is Michigan. Big Gretch Whitmer. She's super popular in Michigan. I think if she stands around Kamala enough, and she really believes. Listen, Michigan believes in her. She fixed the Flint water crisis. Michigan loves Gretch. She puts her arm around Kamala. She can win Michigan. And then this is why I think Shapiro should be VP. That Pennsylvania. We need Pennsylvania. Do me a favor and click Pennsylvania and Michigan until they turn light blue. Light blue. And then do Michigan, please. It's going to be ugly, and it's not going to be easy. But we're at 260 and 268, and 270 wins it. We going to need that Wisconsin. We need that whole blue wall. If we could flip Wisconsin, please make it blue. If we could flip Wisconsin, baby, Kamala Harris is the new president of the United States. And this is how
Wow.
I believe it roughly looks. It'll be close, it'll be ugly, it'll be hard, but it'll be 270 to 268. There is one caveat though. Some people think if you can move Georgia, it is a way easier election. Now, if you could just make Georgia blue real quick, Georgia's right above Florida. You could just make Georgia blue. And if you could do me a favor and lose Wisconsin for me real quick, I just want to see something. Now we're working on this together. She still wins without Wisconsin. If we can flip Georgia, we can win without Wisconsin.
Wow.
But we got to look at the polling that's coming in. The polling that comes in this week and next week is going to influence how we strategize here. I'm okay with losing the West Coast. We could lose Nevada and Arizona. I really feel that way. As long as we make sure we don't take for granted Virginia, and we campaign in Virginia, and we get Virginia, and we get Pennsylvania, and we get Michigan, and we get Wisconsin, guys, I think we beat Trump. And I also feel like Harris is Trump's worst nightmare because the two demographics that Trump doesn't do well with is black people and women. And I feel like Harris could bring those out. Personally. I don't know.
On top of that, it's gonna be like, imagine what that debate's gonna look like. You know what I mean? Like there's gonna be a new narrative.
I don't think Trump
on
debates
the Huh?
I don't think Trump debates her.
How is that possible?
I just
He avoids it somehow. How can you avoid it?
somehow he avoids it. He can't debate her. He rambles. If you watch the orange,
he's not gonna win.
He rambles still. Kamala is like in all her five senses.
Yeah. That's if he's wise, he wouldn't.
Also,
like if because I also felt like Donald Trump was wilding out in that debate. It was just that Joe Biden had a cold and was worse.
Yo,
You know
I
what I'm
was
saying?
literally
Like, so he was wilding out in that debate.
I was
too.
literally
Yeah.
I was gonna say also Trump did not do well in that debate, but Biden just did worse.
Exactly. It just made him look better. Yeah.
Just imagine Trump saying black jobs. Kamala's gonna catch that and be like, black jobs, what does that mean?
In the
Yeah.
Let's
moment.
talk about that
Yeah.
for a little
In
bit.
the
You know, like,
moment.
she'll go in.
Yeah. Also, you know what's crazy? He doubled down on it. Black and Hispanic jobs. He did it at the RNC. He did it. He doubled down on it. He didn't change it up. This man is crazy.
It's a nightmare matchup. Do me a favor though. Turn Georgia back into a red state because that's a long shot, and let's make Wisconsin blue. Maybe we could screenshot this. This is my prediction for the election. It's 270, 268. Harris and Shapiro. If she picks Shapiro, please pick Shapiro. Harris and Shapiro are the new administration.
How do you
for
feel?
2024.
How do you like what happens if she doesn't choose Shapiro?
Then I'm very weary about winning Pennsylvania, and we absolutely need Pennsylvania to win.
I like
Oh.
Shapiro off of his reaction to the shooting at
There is a VC.
Just off of that alone.
There is a VC from North Carolina that could be the person. I believe his name he's the governor. He's Roy Cooper. Let's try that. Let's swap. I know it's not enough. I can see the math, but let's swap Pennsylvania for North Carolina. Turn North Carolina blue and turn Pennsylvania pink or red.
North Carolina. Like that?
Trump wins. Trump still wins. It's 271. No, we need Shapiro, baby. We need Shapiro. We need a Harris Shapiro. We need a Harris Shapiro ticket.
I feel like that's the also if he accepts, but I feel like that's the best. That is the best option. Yeah. Wow, this is pretty dope, Jay. Like, thank you for doing this. This was interactive.
I've been excited, man.
Watch the bums in the comments go crazy with this one.
I have been excited.
Man.
This is historic.
I've actually learned to ignore those people in the comments now. So it's all.
I like it. I like it. It just is like, yo, you all right? You talking? That's all. Like,
I gotta say, Shalon Trump was all lies in the debate, but because CNN agreed to no fact checking, he got away with it. Yeah, 100%.
That's crazy.
He was all lies in that RNC speech too. I think it was like 27 of them. He told 27 lies in that speech.
Yeah. I don't know why they wouldn't do any fact checking. Do the fact checking in the moment, please. Let's do this.
I have a question. If Trump wins, right? He gets another 4 years. That's 2 terms, right? He doesn't get another opportunity.
Yeah, he's done.
Unless they appeal to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court is like, yeah, one more.
Project 2025.
All right, so let's get into this. Like, let's see what the woman of the hour has to say herself. I don't think I should read this whole thing, but Vice President Kamala Harris speaks after President Biden endorsing her. My intention is to earn and win this nomination. This is all fluff here. It's a proud honor serving with Biden. It's been great.
That's the most thing. You already read the most.
Yeah. Right. So this right here, With this selfless and patriotic act, President Biden is doing what he has done throughout his life service, putting the American people and our country above everything else. I am honored to have the president's endorsement, and my intention is to earn and win this nomination. Over the past year, I have traveled across the country talking with Americans about the clear choice in this momentous election, and that is what I will continue to do in the days and weeks ahead. I will do everything in my power to unite the Democratic Party and unite our nation to defeat Donald Trump and his extreme Project 2025 agenda. We have 107 days until election day. Together we will fight, and together we will win.
All you need is a war cry.
That's what I've been waiting for. Now that's what I've been waiting for. Now you're giving me something to vote for. All right? I'm not just voting for the party. I'm voting for the person too. All right? Now this is something I could get behind. Talk that talk. By the way, sorry if I was very loud for anyone. That probably seemed very belligerent of me. But look, I love Donald Trump and his extreme Project 2025 agenda. It has been a fault of this party to and really a distance, like really not, you're not really connecting with the rest of us here. Up to this point, it's been a fault of them not to bring up Project 2025. They are only bringing it up now. They've only just started in the last few weeks to bring this up.
That's because Biden has been trying to say in this election. Once this is settled, it's me personally, I believe it's gonna be gloves.
But it doesn't matter. Biden should have been mentioning it the whole time. Again, we don't know the intentions of Biden throughout this, like we said earlier. But this would have been a perfect thing for Biden to bring up after he's mumbling on stage and stuff like that. Yeah, that's it. It's this. So I think it's an ace in the hole. But I am happy to see it on her statement. I'm just happy to see that. It just makes me feel like you got priorities in check. That's what it makes me feel like. But yeah, here's a question though. Well, I guess we kind of answered that question, like how we think a Trump versus Kamala is gonna pan out and stuff like that. Essentially, she's wiping the floor with him. Essentially,
I don't know about wiping the floor. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be hard. But one thing we all gonna have to do is we all have to get behind Kamala Harris and just push the blue vote. We all got to be team blue today, in the next 100 days.
Yeah.
Not that team blue.
The whisper in the background, the ominous voice in the distance.
I do wanna ask you guys a question though. Do you feel like, because we was in the chat and we was talking, do you feel like her history as a district attorney, most importantly, the perception that she locked up a lot of Black and Hispanic men for, some of the crimes were just marijuana. Do you feel like that would be an issue for her? Even though I think it's weird because the Republicans are the party of crime and punishment. So it coming from them is going to be weird. But, they're sneaky. It's never from them. They're going to use satellites to talk about it. You're going to see people who are quote unquote the left or quote unquote for the people. And they're going to be the ones who believe, guys, I said it here. It's going to be plants who you think are quote unquote for the people and quote unquote for the left that are going to be bought to discredit her. Because the truth is, if you really are for the people and you really are for the movement, you're gonna vote Kamala. because Project 2025, there's no coming back from.
Right.
But you are gonna
So
see, you are gonna see people bring up her history, and I just want to know if what you guys feel about this, and if you think it's gonna be an obstacle for her or not. You know,
there's three things that come to my mind that I think are realities that we got to face with Kamala. So one is that history. You know, if you remember back in 2020, she did not have the best. Um, she like general like a good majority of black people did not like her because of what she was doing. Um, as it was a prosecutor, right, or the DA.
she was a prosecutor, but she was also a district attorney.
So in those roles, you know, I think under as a DA, like that's she was not well liked. She didn't. She also did not win her state. Let's also remember that. If I remember correctly, she did not. She also did not make it to Iowa. Which you know, as I do believe she's an incredible woman. But there's this sense of like you didn't make it that far. You kind of like fell under the pressure type of
Well,
thing. You know what I mean?
she was also attorney general because she has that cute clip with her sister where she's like big sister general.
Oh, okay. So she was the AG. So there's that. So it's her past. It's you know, she really didn't make it that far in the election. And then also the fact that she
Oh wait,
um has
can I,
been virtually invisible for this entire presidency. These 4 years, where has she been?
so
You know,
so
that's
she actually
optically
has
it doesn't look good. Huh?
She actually hasn't. She's done a lot. But before we get to that, I do want to
No, I'm just
highlight.
talking about the optics, though. That's
I want to
just the
highlight this
optics.
from Melissa. Why is it not showing?
It was
She
showing.
said, "I think her stance. I don't know. My computer's slow. I think her stance has changed over the years. I think her tough history was literally her climbing steps in her career. Had she not been that way, would she be in the position now? I think that's a listen. That question right there is perfect because it asks a
That's
lot.
a
It's
fair.
asking a lot of things. And for one is how different was Harris from other prosecutors, DAs, and AGs, right? She probably was just upholding the status quo, honestly.
Yeah, maybe. No, you're right. You're probably right.
And then
Yeah.
also, you can be different. You know, you what worked in 2006 might not work in 2024. You know, and I think that's a real thing. She has worked on voting rights, though. She's worked on diplomacy and foreign relations and economic initiatives, gender equity and women issues. She's done stuff as VP. They just haven't been publicized.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think it's a crime still that we've been talking about this for years. Where are you? You know, like I really do think it's a crime that she has been, you know, I don't know where she's been, you know, and unless I look into those things, I don't know what's going on, what she's doing or anything like that. So I do think those are things that play against her personally. But I still think she could take it and she has my support.
Um, I I think that I think two things. Number one, I think that if I'm not mistaken, there's a video out there that shows all the things that she has done as VP. Um, Honestly, it sounds like she kind of halfway carried the administration. I guess that's how it works. VP president, they can carrying it. So she halfway carried a lot of the things that the Biden administration has done, has accomplished. She's done a lot of footwork and she's met with a lot of people to make changes. So honestly, I think that's one piece of it. That there's changes. And number two, if we still gotta fall back on this project 2025, right? Like, if we don't vote for her, we gonna get project 2025, and that's crazy, right? So that's also the other piece of the puzzle that we need to understand. It's just that we have a better choice and a choice that we can really endorse ourselves as opposed to Biden, right?
I just hope
So,
we don't frame it as lesser of two evils because I don't think
yeah, I think
Harris has
this is
done
far
anything
from it
evil.
now. Like I feel like Harris is not. There's no lesser two evils. I don't think Harris is like she has all her five senses. She definitely knows how to help run a country. She has done it with Biden. I think with the team that she has now, and the team or whoever she chooses at that point in time when once she becomes president elect or whatever, like, you know, she's definitely in a better place. It feels safer, way safer. So
I also have a confession.
what's that?
I'm really excited. Like I want her to. You know when Joe. You remember when Joe was reading and he was like, "Yeah, that's something I could vote for." I feel like that. I feel like that with Harris. I don't even
Yep.
know who VP is, but I want her to win. You know, before I just didn't want Trump to win. I just didn't want Trump
Yeah.
to win. That's what it was. Now I want Harris to win. And
Yeah.
I want us all to have that fire in us to want Harris to win, man. Like I feel
Yeah.
like it's not about who is the oldest guy, you know, like it's not like who's the most popular guy at the retirement home no more. It's we have a real politician in the race. We have a real capable person. No disrespect to Joe Biden, because a few years ago, you know, he was also a capable politician. I also don't feel like Joe Biden was ever on the caliber of a Kamala Harris. And which is ridiculous for Candace Owens to say the things that she's saying, because you don't become attorney general just by like sleeping with dudes. That's not how life works.
Yo, I can't
Beloved,
I
you
want to
would be
say
attorney
mean
general.
things.
You're not attorney general, beloved. So shut the f up. So
Yeah,
like
like I want to say mean things to you. I do.
so like you full of whatever you full of, and let's not forget that you
It's going
ran.
to be. I'm telling you, like we're all saying that Trump, you know, he's gonna say a lot of bad things. He's gonna be on the forefront of it all, but pay attention to the black conservatives. They're the ones that's really gonna tear things down. Like check with them.
But let's go to war then. Let's go to war. I'm cool with going to war behind Kamala Harris. I'm cool.
Yeah.
If the Civil War starts and she's the leader, I'm down to die. To be honest with you, I'm down to die. Because if the other side is Trump and them little jawline Project 25 dudes, yeah, I'm with it.
Yo, you sure it's not the Schmiz talking right now, or you just, you just
Maybe could be a little.
I'm ready to die. I'm ready to die for this.
Could be a little bit of whatever with seven in this cup right here. Could be whatever.
Yeah, so you talking wild right now. I'm not trying to die for this.
No,
I'll leave the country before I do that.
you're not trying to die for this.
Nah, boy, like this is crazy what you saying. This is
I think
not...
I got family in Jamaica. You feel me? I'm out here.
Yo, you got another room? Like I just need to hold down until I get to the next country. That's it. Hold me down.
Guys, y'all gotta look at what the comments are saying right here. Look at this, baby boy.
Before vice presidency won as district attorney of San Francisco 04 to 11, back on track program, Harris launched this reentry initiative to help first-time nonviolent offenders. Oh, focus on education. She created Truancy Initiative to address chronic absenteeism. Schools that disproportionately affect low-income minority communities. As Attorney General of California, 11 to 17, homeowner of bill rights, Harris secured a 25 billion settlement for California homeowners affected by the foreclosure crisis. Fight against for-profit colleges. You getting this from Chat GPT, ain't you? I see them stars.
Here's the thing. Here's the
She,
thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
she pursued legal action against for-profit. But here's a, look, I agree to all of this. This is great.
I want to say something.
All right.
This is a double-sided coin, right? It's unfortunate that when you're black, you got to work 3 times
Yes.
as hard as white people, and it's
Yes.
unfortunate that when you're a woman, you got to work 3 times as men, and it's
Yeah.
unfortunate that when you are a black woman, you got to work 6 times as everybody else. However, the beauty of that is, ain't nobody as qualified as Kamala Harris to lead this country. Because for that woman to get where she's at, she had
100%,
so much
100%. Yeah, 100%.
So much work. And I know we make a little Montel jokes, because she went out with Montel. We're gonna make a little Montel jokes, but the truth of the matter is that
I remember that, Natasha. She said that in her debate. She was like, "Yeah, I did that, but I also did criminal justice reform, where I was trying to help those same people get back on track."
Yeah, that woman has done so much. So, like, to attack her is going to be bananas.
Look, I'm going to be committed not even to bringing these things up anymore. Because what are we talking about? We're talking about her opponent is a convicted felon. You know what I mean? Like, it is legit giving us reason to worry for, like, we're considering leaving the country because we're scared. All right. I'm willing to overlook all of those things. I'm willing to overlook the flaws and acknowledge the fact that she's had to work harder and probably had to get gully too in order to get to where she's at. I can respect that. Do I think that, hey, there's room for, like, criticism or scrutiny here and there and stuff like that? I do believe that there is, but I'm willing to, this is a situation where I'm willing to be like, we don't have to talk about that, because let's look who your opponent is. Like, we could all get behind the fact that this is ridiculous, that your opponent is even this human being. But so, like, I'm willing to I'm going to memorize everything. AI for the win. That's what I'm talking. I knew it because I'll be doing that, and the copy and paste. ChatGPT be giving them stars. I don't know why. But yeah, so, like, I'm about to memorize everything Natasha's throwing in here. Why she's the candidate of the people.
You got to work hard for this plagiarism.
Yeah, you got yo, the fact that you said that and we can't see you is
my bad.
But
I don't know if we're trying to land a plane soon, but Kano mentioned something earlier, and I really would like to, like, bring it back before anything else. You said that you was going to tell us why she's perfect for the presidency.
I think I did. I think it's because, I mean, so for one, the other guy, as Joe was talking about, the other guy he's not qualified for it. We've seen him before in action.
Yeah.
He's really a crony. He's not that smart. I mean, recently he just said that Elon Musk gives him money all the time, and that guy needs to have a good time while he's president. Okay. That's weird. Your pay-for-play confession is weird as hell, dogs.
He said about wherever he is having the RNC, he said it about, that I'm buying your vote. I'll admit it. I'm doing that. Invested so much money here. I want you to remember that at the ballots. So yeah, he's doing that.
And unfortunately, as a country, we are sexist and we are racist, and people hate to hear that. People hate to hear the truth. It's the truth. If you're American, only what's the percentage of people that are black in America? Is like 17%, 16%. It's not a high percentage. And women are like, what, 50% of the population, and they've never had a president. It's sexism, and there's a lot of racism here. Once we could get over the fact that she's black and that she's a woman, and you just look at who she is and her credentials, This is one of the most accomplished individuals that has ever ran for presidency.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Her experience so far outweighs Trump's and alone, if you want to compare those things. So yeah, she is more than qualified. I do, and she's had some time in the White House already. You know what I mean? So like all
yeah,
of this, she knows how this goes now. Like, yeah, give it a W. We got to give it a W.
yeah. I feel as if and then the two weaknesses that Trump has, right, and the Republican Party has, is they went back and they started trying to undo Roe versus Wade and change what abortion looks like in this country, and women did not like that, and not just Democrat and liberal women just period. Women didn't like that.
Yeah.
And here you have is a woman candidate, and I think that's perfect. That's poetic justice for what the Republican Party has been doing. And then
So here's the question.
another demographic he has issues with is black people, and that's why he's like, I know we can't prove it, but dogs, he's doing something. There's no way like Chef G and Icewear Vezos and Amber Rose out of and Waka Flocka out of nowhere just politically conscious. No, someone's tapping them and they go, "Hey, can you please support Donald Trump?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's
While I
so
agree with you, there was a time that rappers loved Trump and would put Trump in his music videos and would and would be compared,
not as a
would talk
politician.
about Trump as if like that's the money or whatever the case may be. Maybe not as a politician, but as like somebody that's about getting this money or whatever. So I wouldn't be surprised that he has some sort of clout within the hip hop industry, maybe some money, and he could call in some favors. Oh, bye.
I can still hear you.
Oh, bye. Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right, but it does. I mean, even in the last election, it was like, he had Little Pimp. Uh
It was a little
uh
pump.
it was Little Pump, but he called him Little Pimp when he
Oh, he
introduced
did do that.
him. He's been doing this type of what's that called? What's that word? You're pandering. He's been doing this pandering for a minute. He made the gold Trump sneakers. Like, he's like so out of touch. Like, yeah, black people are gonna love this. Let's give it to them, and they'll give me my vote. Like,
You
he's
so you know what? And I was gonna say something, but let me. I was gonna say something negative about Kamala, but I don't want to be the negative person that's circulating negative things around with her. So let me just say it this way: it will be really great to see Kamala not try to take the angle that she took when she was when she first was running alongside with Biden the first time around, talking about, oh, I love Tupac and dancing here and doing that there and doing TikToks with black people there. I don't want to see that as much. I just want to see a genuine Kamala Harris. And I feel like, and here's the thing, like I feel like even with Obama, when Obama was running for president, I don't remember him pandering. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
there was he was just him. You know what I mean?
It was a sense
And
of
now
authenticity.
people, he's not even president no more, and they ask for his playlist. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure somebody curates the playlist for him, and stuff like that. But he's at a place where people be like, "Yo, I
mean, they asked
the
him.
man is black. I don't need you to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need you to do that, Kamala. You know what I'm saying?
They asked
and
Obama.
there's also the thing to talk about, that she is biracial. There's Asian, and there's a cultural thing about her being Jamaican. Like, her heritage is Jamaican. You know what I mean? Like, so in my mind, I'm thinking like, let's not try to let's. I want to see less of that and more of the one that's doing all of those things that Natasha listed. I would love to see more of that and less of like. And if you really like Tupac, and I'm just like misinterpreting what you're doing, then you don't gotta say I love Tupac. Just let's just try to find that out later, like later on in life. Like, oh wow, you was really an avid fan of Tupac. Like you had all of his albums and stuff. You know what I mean?
I like
You're
that.
right,
I like the way he's framing that. We listen. If you like hip hop, you like hip hop. That's not what we're looking for in the president right now.
Yeah,
Right.
we don't need you to. Yeah, we don't need you to have an opinion on Kendrick and Drake. We don't care. We don't. It's all right. Please just get us out of this. That's what
Although, what I wanted to say, I didn't want to cut off Martin, but Obama did. They asked Obama before the whole battle, who do you prefer between Drake and Kendrick? And he picked Kendrick.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
He was
That-
right. That man was right.
There is no.
Wasn't that why he was president though?
Yeah.
It wasn't like when he was running for president.
It was
this was like
this is around the time Control came out.
He was like he was like, I mean, if you listen, the writing, that man, no diss to Drake. He's a fantastic musician, but that Kendrick,
you should have been
yeah, you do impressions really well.
Yeah, you should have been like some sort of impression person.
Also, in this podcast, you're like underused here. Do we have to like? Do we have to get you makeup? What's happening here?
I need you to not pick the life where you was a sanitation worker. Pick the life where you was.
Yeah, man. Let's get you some orange skin tan and a yellow wig, and then let's get you no blackface. No blackface.
Yeah,
but let's get you Obama.
No blackface.
But just get you a
regular Obama voice was fine.
We'll get you a tan suit.
Yeah. I'll wear the tan suit. Do a lot of this,
No, but I agree with Martin because I don't want to have like a Hillary Clinton moment where it's like I keep hot sauce in my purse everywhere I go.
It's like all right, yeah, relax. Like
first, even if you do, I don't care.
Yeah, like what does that have to do with the policies, bro?
It'll only be that the ability to connect with you is only gonna be a plus. Let that be a plus. Don't lead with that. Don't let that be, and let it be authentic on top of that.
Man, why hasn't anyone made this more viral? I feel like it's so marketable. Daddy gave you your money. You're not self-made. Daddy gave you the money.
Yeah. I mean, you go bankrupt owning a casino. He's had multiple failed businesses. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's declared bankruptcy. Am I wrong?
That just shows that he never gives up.
And anybody can become president. I think that's a wrong statement. I don't think we should tell all of our children that.
A few weeks ago, we were this close to being rid of him.
Yeah, all right. See, the schmiz is wilding right now.
I think you should stop.
Let's stop before you.
I just had a statement. I said,
let's move on. Let's let me go back to my Obama impression.
No, go ahead. My bad.
Just trust us, please. But yeah, I think that you get a Donald Trump by saying anybody can be president. I think we should have things that's like, no, only some people could do this. And you might not be the one.
I feel like
that should be the
IQ should play a part into if you could be a president or not.
Yeah, I feel like you shouldn't be this old and a president either. I think you shouldn't go past 70. To be honest, like that's pushing it for me.
Yeah, because I wouldn't want a 70.
Yeah, the age for retirement is 65.
Yeah,
like
that's Social Security. You've been getting Social Security for like 15 years, my guy. Like, no, you sit down too. So, I will say the man is quick. So how quick he dropped? He's got and he's got no back pain. I have a neck pain that I've had for days, and I can't figure out why. They said I would have thrown my back out if I jumped like that. So, all right, y'all. So, why don't we land the plane?
Wait, didn't we have other topics outside of politics? Didn't we need we need two more for just to
could we record another day? It's been 2 hours.
okay, whatever. But we do need two more though, because there's other stuff happening, and just for the algorithms, it can't just be all Trump and Bud and then Kamala.
No, you're right.
Just you want to do one more?
You want to record tomorrow?
Don't cup the mic.
Just one more? Just one. You have the videos there. Just play one that's not politics.
Fine.
Are we finding it? Are we looking for it? What's going on?
We've definitely done 3 hours. What's up with 2 hours and 3? Why do we?
I feel like
You don't even have the baby.
I feel like this is. I know. I mean, I still got work, but I feel like this is. We go past this and it doesn't end up well.
What do you mean? This isn't even on an algorithm channel.
I feel like
no, we start fading.
I feel like the fact that Alive doesn't have the baby is all the more reason why he should leave early.
Fact.
I thought you're giving him more reason for him to leave early. He gets to go to bed earlier.
Oh, here we go.
He's gonna pick what our non-politic issues. Crazy, non-politic topic is.
I hope so.
Yep.
What do you think he picks?
I feel like he said something about the WNBA, so I feel like he's gonna do that.
That's a good one. He don't like basketball though, so that'd be crazy if he picks that.
But he did say it in the text that we should talk about the WNBA.
That is going crazy. I don't know if you guys are the best people to talk about it with, but Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark should be rookies of the year. They're just both doing something. Oh, so we are okay.
Let's go. As Ionescu gets free to lay it in. Here's Clark thinking about a bomb, the hesitation, the take, the lead. Reese the lay. Clark to Reese. What you've been waiting for.
Caitlin Clark to Angel Reese.
More with
They're actually working together.
So they recently.
And they put high fives. They show it as you guys better high five and shout out, right?
I feel great. We got the W.
So listen, again, both these women came into the league at the same time. They were arch rivals. They were, I don't want to say nemesis. That sounds loaded, but they were rivals. They were both really important pieces coming into the league at the same time. Angel Reese on the Chicago Sky and Caitlin Clark in the Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark coming out of Iowa, and Angel Reese coming out of LSU, the Bayou Barbie, right? They had 2 seasons in the NCAA where they were rivals, and they increased the ratings. People were watching these NCAA female college games, and now they're in WNBA, and they're both rookies at the same time. And I gotta be real with you. I don't know who's doing better. We have Angel Reese on Chicago Sky. She got 13 points, 12 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal a game. That doesn't sound impressive until you realize that she's averaging a double-double. And she's getting double-doubles every game. And then you have Caitlin Clark, who has 17 points, 5.8 rebounds, 8.2 assists. She's leading the league in assists as a rookie, and she has 17 points a game. Who gets rookie of the year? I honestly believe at this point they're at the half of the season. They're at the All Star game. We're we still got a half of the season left, so we'll see how that plays out. But up to this point, I think co-rookie of the year is where we're at, and it's beautiful to watch them play together. It's beautiful to watch them play together because they're both raising the profile of the WNBA.
Yeah, I think my take on it is that it just goes to show how much the media spins a narrative, as if they hate each other, as if racism is this is something happening between the two because one's white, one's black, all these different things, and we feed into it, right? But a human is not a monolith, of course. They can make changes at the last minute, and who knows? Maybe in the locker room they were like, you know what? No, let's do this. Let's do this more. Let's do this for the optics. Let's have the media show that we can come together, and have a partnership that's worth talking about for the league. So I'm impressed by that. And who knows? Maybe they never had issues. They just play aggressively. Maybe that's just what it is. I'm nowhere near a sports buff at all, and I don't know exactly all the stats that Kano's talking about. But what I do know is that people can change, and maybe they have changed, and they're gonna show more of a rivalry than this whole nemesis thing. Like, I really feel like they were trying to spin a huge narrative that Angel Reese is this villainous person that's trying to thwart Caitlin Clark. But then they also turn around and call Caitlin Clark. I remember they turn around and say that she's a punk, or like she can't really take the court, and she's always crying over a foul or something like that. But I feel like people do this stuff in the NBA too. So I don't know. Like, like, honestly, like, I'm just, let them live, let them be rookies. This is their first time in the WNBA. Some like a high league level stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let them ride. Let them live their dream. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all I gotta say. Let them live their dream, bro. And they doing their thing. They killing it together. They killing it. So
I also, Melissa said this has never been done before, right? They're making history. They're 100% making history.
Yeah.
Angel Reese just broke a record, and then Caitlin Clark broke a record after her. Not a rookie
Yeah.
record, a WNBA record. They both breaking WNBA records. It's beautiful. You can't. Honestly, I feel like if you like basketball, you can't hate on either of them because they're both further in the game for women.
Yeah, and they're both in their own right phenomenal players. Like,
Yeah.
they both also we're not bringing this up, but shout out to I believe it's pronounced Arike. She in this game, she like dominated in this game. She was the one that they were like celebrating in the next slide. 34 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, and set the WNBA record for points in an All-Star game. So it's
Who did that?
Arike. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce her last name. But she's the girl in over here that's being celebrated. Let me push right here. Her.
That's
So
amazing.
yeah, I think she was the MVP. She was called the MVP, Arike. So yeah, like, so it's this type of exposure from Angel Clark. I'm yo, bro, that's crazy. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark is
Dogs, what just happened?
actually. I told you it goes too late, bro, and then but this type of exposure is only furthering other players, and it's incredible. Like, they're winning, and these other women are winning, and this type of yeah, it's I'm Sleepy Joe. Uh, Vice President Clark is yeah. So I think it's amazing. I think it's phenomenal. We have never been talking about the WNBA like this, like, ever. So it's just and it's just a beautiful thing. And I love a situation where I'm always a guy that I feed off of bringing people together and seeing unity and love and all that stuff. So to be able to see that here with these two people from very different backgrounds and all of that, and for it to be a black white thing, and they're playing on the same team, assisting each other and doing great things in their own right, like, it really is, like, it's a beautiful thing. And then now these other women are succeeding, are getting exposure. And yeah, I'm like Martin, I'm not that into sports, but I know when I can appreciate um I can appreciate, like, the unity. I can appreciate the furthering of each other, pushing each other, and the highlighting of a sport that isn't often highlighted.
I also want to say I know that you and Martin aren't into sports, but I feel like this what's the word I'm looking for? This not leaks into, but, like, you know, the word where it goes into different avenues. It's more than sports. This is cultural now at this point.
Yes. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and I think you're in the moment. Like, you know how you go back in time and you go, man, I could have seen Michael Jordan play. You know what I mean? I think you're here. You're in the rookie season of two women who are going to be extraordinary.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we live in, like, a racial society, so the white women and the white men are going to go for Caitlin Clark, and the black women and the black men are going to go for Angel Reese, and it's going to, you know, for the most part, that's what it's going to be like. You're obviously going to have, like, your differences there, but for the most part, but both women, exceptional, extraordinary, amazing.
Yeah.
Both women. And it has transcended is the word I'm looking for. It has transcended past women's basketball, and it has permeated, that might not be a word,
Permeated.
culture. Not black culture. Culture.
Culture. Yeah.
Period. Point blank culture.
I'm with it. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. 100%. This is great.
All right, good
I
night,
love
y'all.
it.
It's been real rocking with y'all. Thank you for rocking with us.
This is dope. This is dope. Um Melissa, this has been epic, but go sleep. I appreciate it. This has been dope. I appreciate the chat today. A lot of feedback from y'all. You know, like, it's been so much to go off of, and it's been a great conversation, and this is where we love. Please do me a favor, y'all, before you leave, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. And after you hit that subscribe button, please hit that bell icon to get all notifications. You know, because we're on this channel, not everyone gets the notifications, so we're still trying to work out a way to spread the word, and let
Real quick,
come through to our channel.
we can end after this, but I just got a real quick question.
Yeah.
So Joe Biden just dropped out of the race today. Kamala Harris looks like she's going to be the nominee. We don't know, but that's what it looks like. So, real quick prediction from the three of us. Today is what, July
21st.
July 21st. Let's do a quick prediction. July 21st, 2024. Who do you think will be the president in November?
Cornell West.
Okay. Okay.
A man who should really be president.
Yeah, I ain't even know this man was running. That's a travesty.
That's a conversation for another podcast.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get a prediction just to clip it. But all right, cool.
Nah. I would say I think that we're gonna have a Democratic resurgence. I think Kamala is gonna take it.
It's beautiful. I love it. Martin?
I'm contemplating, will she be able to overcome the ear piercing of Donald Trump? Because that's what I was thinking. Like, dad, like, could she overcome that? Because that, like, the MAGA guys, they're gonna go crazy over that. But I feel like what Live is saying is true. Like, I feel like there's gonna be a huge Democratic. Like, I feel rejuvenated just knowing that it's Harris. Like, and I don't really.
Same.
And I was not gonna vote. Y'all heard me.
I was too.
Vote.
Same.
Yeah.
And I was being forced to vote for anti-Project 2025. Like, I feel like I was being forced again to vote.
Yeah.
And I hated it. Now, I don't know. I may be in it. I'm gonna vote for, and I think I might be voting for Harris. So I feel like a lot of people that are like me who don't know much about politics is gonna take that somewhere. So maybe Kamala Harris will win this.
Yeah.
I agree. I think I'm also rejuvenated. I'm excited. I hope, the way Nipsey and YG made FDT, I hope somebody makes us on to big up Kamala. I hope we can get a real good Kamala anthem. And I feel like we could really, even if the Harris campaign misses it, I hope the culture catches it. And we could all get really excited behind this.
And it shouldn't be understated because that the fact that she got these endorsements on the same day that Biden dropped is what is, because he could have waited till another day, Hillary and Bill, but obviously this was all planned out because they all had their statements ready. So they really took a page out of Kendrick. Like, don't let the man breathe. Don't let Trump breathe.
Listen, what did Jimmy just say? Galvanize? Yeah. I'm galvanized. I'm galvanized. For real.
I've never been more galvanized in my life.
I want her to win so bad.
Yeah.
I didn't want Biden to win so bad. I was really like, between Trump and Biden, I guess Biden.
Yeah. I felt
Harris
terrible
to
about
win,
that option.
dog.
Yeah. This is the difference. This is how an election should be. This right here.
And
this is what I've been talking about this whole time.
You can't convince me of anything she did wrong. Because listen, I'm not the biggest fan of her as a DA or Attorney General of California. I'm not the biggest fan. But when you put her up against those maniacs, those crazy people, there's nothing she did wrong ever.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, she stands in innocence in comparison.
I want her to win so bad.
Yeah.
And I can't wait. I can't wait for people to talk crazy about her so I can make videos about how stupid you sound, Charleston White.
Do it. Oh my gosh. A canoe with the video as a weapon is my favorite kind of canoe.
I still want to shoot him in the head.
All right. We didn't have to, and I don't know which one you're talking about.
Charleston White. Just to be clear, Charleston White.
With that being said, y'all, we want to thank you for rocking with us tonight, y'all. Shout outs to Melissa, Jimmy, Natasha, Shalon. I think that was about it, right? I don't know. I came in a little bit late. Oh, John. Well, I know why John. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for rocking with us. This is the Can't Focus podcast where we talk politics.
You guys have no idea. You guys have no idea how amazing the chat is. Like, even if it's just a few of you guys, it is so dope for y'all to be here.
Yeah, it's very important because then we'll just be talking to ourselves and We could have just done that over the phone or something, you know, or FaceTime. But you know, we got to make clips too, I guess. But yeah, you know, I'm just saying, you guys are an irreplaceable part of this whole entire process. So thank you so much for making it happen. That being said, this is the Can't Focus podcast. I'll go by the name of Martin Hopeful. You can find me at Martin Hopeful.
It's your boy Kano at Kano Music.
What up, world? I go by the name of Alive. You can find me at Alive Raps.
And you could finish it off, Alive, because I know there's more things to say.
Right. But nah, that was it. Just hit those like and subscribe buttons. We appreciate y'all so much. And we signing off. Can't Focus podcast. We thank you so much for taking the time to focus on us. Peace.